Stamptastical friends, welcome and thank you for spending time with me today. I have a project for you that we'll be making together in just a minute, and it is from the brand new annual catalog that just came out the 1st of June. And this catalog will take us through the end of, I believe, May next year. Anyway, it is chock full of new colors, new paper, new stamps, new embellishments, ribbon. Oh my goodness. It was really difficult to decide what to order first and what to make projects with. And but I finally decided on the project we're going to do today, which features a bundle called At Home With You. So At Home With You is a stamp set and a matching die set, and what's nice about this is it's really versatile. So obviously it's a front door and you got a welcome mat, but if you look at some of the images, it's not just a front door, you know, like a welcome to the neighborhood kind of card. You've got fall images, you've got some holiday wreaths and garlands, you've got a birthday gift, you've got a sign, you can make signs to put on the door, etc. So it's really versatile. And then the die cut set that comes with cuts out the door, cuts out some of the images. So you can get as creative as you wish. And so for this project, this is what we're going to make with that bundle. Let me get this catalog out of the way. So it's really cute. Look, you can do the lanterns, you got flowers, got a welcome mat, and if that's not cute enough, look at this. Ta-da! It says, I feel at home when I'm with you. So you can also die cut out so the door actually works. I just love interactive cards. This project also features a new embellishment, the boxwood wreath, which is really neat. It's actually got wire in it, so if you wanted to, it comes in a wreath shape, but if you wanted to, you can stretch it out and have it be a garland. So this is the project we're going to make in today's video. So let's get started. To make this project, you need the At Home With You stamp set and the At Home framelits. And so you always, on my blog, you hear me talk about bundles. And for those of you who haven't heard it yet, the beauty of bundles is savings. So you can buy the At Home With You stamp set, or you could buy the At Home framelits, and that's great. But if you buy them together as a bundle, you save 10% off. So it's a great deal. The other stamp set we're going to use is the hardwood background stamp, and that's for the blue paper here. Sorry, the soft sky cardstock. There we go. Background. Okay, inks are, let's see, Soft Sky, Chocolate Chip, and Night of Navy. For the cardstock, you're going to need your card base. Let me bring this back in here. Your card base is crumb cake, and I went ahead and cut it. It is 8.5 by 5.5, and then I scored it at 4 1/4. So this is your card base. Then your blue background is 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to stamp that in a moment. You'll also just need a scrap of Soft Sky to make your welcome mat. And then you're going to need just another section of crumb cake to stamp and die cut your door. So we have that. And then just a scrap of Whisper White to make your embellishments. Also, you're going to need the section here, and here is from this new paper stack called Wood Textures. It's a 6x6 paper stack chock full of different kinds of wood pattern paper. It's really, really popular. So what I did is I just took a little chunk or a little section of it. Here it is. And that is, we're going to cut that to be 4 by, I don't know, 1/4 and 4 by 1/2 inch. And we'll cut that down and just do some embellishing. We also have some linen thread. So once you get your supplies all together, let's start putting this. So here is the cardstock that we're going to be stamping on. Let's go ahead and start with the blue background, the Soft Sky. So we're going to need some Soft Sky ink and the hardwood stamp. Now, we're going to do a little masking because if you can tell, I've got a wood background on here, but then when you open up the card, you don't want to see that. So when I made this, I made myself a template. I cut out another door pattern so that I could put that over, and it will protect my paper from the blue ink. So what I would recommend is just position that, it's upside down, position that, you know, a little bit up, because you need room for your bottom border and your welcome mat. Put that in the center of the card. That's where your door is going to go. Okay, great. Now we just need to ink up this background stamp with some soft sky. And I probably go a little overboard with background stamps, especially soft sky. It's such a beautiful light color, but I'm always worried, oh no, I missed a section, so I will go over it and over it. I probably should fast forward the video, honestly. Okay, there we go. And now the moment of truth. We are going to stamp this. Thankfully, our paper is smaller than our stamp, so we're going to have a little overlap. Let's push that down, make sure we get a good coverage. I'm sitting down. Normally I stand up and stamp, but I'm sitting down today, so hopefully that works. If not, we'll flip it over and do the other side. Yep, okay. Let's just flip that over and do the other side, which I actually have done just in case for the purpose of this video. So we already have one stamped. Okay, that's all we're going to do for soft sky. Now let's do the welcome mat in Night of Navy ink. Get that stamp out. Thud. Okay, so here's the little welcome mat. Too stinking cute. And we'll just ink that up. And since we're stamping on a scrap piece of paper, it doesn't really matter, you know, where you put it on the paper. Perfect. Okay, so now we just need to stamp the door in crumb cake and then our accents, I guess. So let's get the chocolate chip ink out. Let's move these over here. And I have a potted flower. We're going to stamp these on Whisper White because we're going to color them in with some Stampin' Right markers. So I want two. Well, let's stamp that again. There we go. All right, there's one. That was a goof. And there's two. Okay, so we have that stamped. And now let's do our lantern. And we'll do two of those as well. Since we're die cutting, you know, they can be a little catty corner. All right, so we got that done. Now we just need to stamp our door. So load up the door here. It's photopolymer, so you can see exactly what you're doing. I love photopolymer stamps. Stampin' Up makes fantastic stamps, whatever they're made of, but I like the photopolymer, I think. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. Sometimes when I have big images that I want to stamp, I like to just flip it over so I can make sure I'm getting it inked up. There we go. And let's stamp this on some crumb cake. And there we go. All right, so we're done with stamping and we are going to die cut. Busted out the Big Shot. I've got my magnetic base plate and then a cutting pad. And here's where I was showing you that you can cut out the door with the dies. And I will say, I learned from my experience, make sure you allow yourself plenty of room on the bottom, because I tell you, I had to cut it a couple times to make sure that I had enough room for the door to open. So, and you're going to be tempted to, this is the piece that actually cuts the door. And you know, I sometimes get in a hurry and I want to do both, but for this, I would say take your time and let's just run them through separately. And because placement is so important, I'm going to just use a sticky note. I am using my magnetic base plate, but my cutting pads are a little sad, I'm not going to lie. And so they're about ready to be retired. Okay, so here's our door. That turned out really well. Now we're going to cut the inside of the door. And you can, I don't know if you probably won't be able to see, but one side, it cuts on 3 sides. So you want to make sure that the side that doesn't have a cutting section is on the left, so your door swings open the right way. There we go. Line that up. Come on, you. Stay put. Alright, I'm going to put another sticky note down just to make sure. It helps if you put the right side of the sticky note down, not the sticky side should go down, not up. Okay, let's try this again. Boom. Click. There we go. And if everything works out, and it looks like it did, look at that. We've got a door that's going to open. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the other pieces. Okie doke, now it is time to put this card together. So let's start with, where'd my little lanterns go? Oh, here they are, I covered them up. We're going to go ahead and color in the lanterns and the flowers. So I've got soft suede marker, I've got wild wasabi, So Saffron, and Blushing Bride. And you can color them however you want. I'm just going to, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to go very quickly. But just to add a little color and texture. Alrighty. So now our pieces are colored in and we're ready to assemble. So let's just go ahead and start with our blue card base and our soft sky and attach it to our crumb cake card base. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. And then the door. Now when it cuts, it also scores. So you just kind of want to gently fold it so your score line is working, but not too much. You don't want to bend the cardstock so it's sticking up too much. And then I just run some adhesive around the perimeter of the door. Try not to stick it to your paper. There we go. And then a little on the bottom. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to line this door up and then we're going to stamp the inside. You can do it however you want, but this is the way that seemed to work best for me. So let's get that attached. That looks great. Let's go ahead and do our upper and lower borders. I did cut those off camera just to save some time. There's that and that. Oop. Line up. Doggone it. Okay, and then bottom, line that up. Excuse me. Let's just finish gluing and then we'll stamp the greeting on the inside. Okay, here's our little welcome mat. And let's do our lantern. You could use pop dots if you wanted to. And Stampin' Dimensionals. Whoops, that's a little too high. I have to tell you, when I started to make this card and design it, it was kind of like, well, what would my dream front door look like? What color would I want in my house? It was kind of fun. I am not left-handed, and it shows. There we go. Let's try and keep my hands out of the way so you can see what's going on. And hopefully you cannot hear my dog, or one of the dogs. He's literally under the table. He wants desperately to get up here and see what's what, and I've had to hold him back with my foot. So I apologize if he's shaking the table, etc. Okay, so there's our card. Now we need to do stamp this inside part. So we're going to break out our chocolate chip ink again. And the sentiment, which is, I feel at home when I'm with you. Get that out. And my Stampin' block fell. Okay, so we have our sentiment on our Stampin' block here. Make sure, there we go. We're going to do this in chocolate chip ink. It's a lovely script. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. I wanted to make sure it was just centered and etc. So there you go. This is the way I chose to do it. You could probably stamp it before you put the door down. Okay, all that is left is the box wreath and the bow. So we got some linen thread here. Cut off a section and tie a bow. I'm trying to tie it so we have the wreath is hanging from it. So we'll see how well I do. I usually have to redo this about 7 times. Yep, there it is. Got to redo it again. Okay. Here's one rabbit ear. Through and pull and pray. Nope. It's time to get the bow maker. Okay, so now that we have the inside stamped, it's time to do the embellishment. So I have some linen thread here. I've cut myself a section, and I use a bow maker. It's just, I'm not that great with tiny things. I just don't have a lot of dexterity. So we're gonna just use the bow maker and save us all heartache. Even something simple like this. Okay. So there's our bow. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna attach this. Let's do, you could do a glue dot. I'm just gonna do a little dot of adhesive. There we go. There's our bow. That's a little long, and actually your wreath is supposed to be hanging from it, so I'm going to trim that down a little bit. Boop. Perfect. And then here are these, excuse me, boxwood wreaths I was telling you about. And you get, I believe, 12 in a package. They are so stinking cute. Look at this. Now you can unfurl them. You could do a wreath garland. I am going to just attach it to the card. And there we go. Okay. I'm going to leave the bow out for this one. So there you go. This is our At Home With You card. It's actually pretty quick and simple to put it together. You could do happy birthday, congratulations, thank you, etc., etc. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please let me know in the comments. I always like to hear what you think, and I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you do not have one, it would be a privilege and an honor. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and have a Stamptastical day.